my name's Maddie, as Clayton just said. I work with the Woodcraft folk in Brighton. I run 2 groups. We meet once a week. I work with the 9 to 12-year-olds and then the 13 to 16-year-olds. We meet every week for an hour and a half. We play games, cooperative games, we do activities. We camp as much as we can. Every term we have at least a 1-night or a 2-night camp, and then in the summer we have a big camp with lots and lots of activities. It's about social education, it's about supporting young people and making sure they feel part of their community.
Thank you, Maddie. Maddie, I'd like to ask also, because we are here as a South African sitting here with Maddie, wanting to ask Maddie something about what's happening in Brighton, what Maddie is doing in Brighton, and I think my colleague also have something to say.
Maddie, may I ask, what exactly do you mean by social education?
I mean about the young people that we work with taking part in their community, how to develop links with other ages, with other places in their community. What tends to happen in the UK is that they go to school and they mix with their peer group. So we try to encourage them to develop activities so they can work outside that, to take part in their community. We do things, simple little things like litter picks, to big things like taking part in the recent marches that were about cuts in education funding that's going to affect them. We do things like read books, poetry, songs, try and develop their interest in learning about the world that's around them.
I hear, Ms. Maddie, you talked about corporate games. Somebody somewhere else want to know, if you talk about corporate games, you are talking about what are you talking about when you talk about corporate games?
Cooperative games are games where winning isn't the aim. Yesterday I gave one of your colleagues a book, and it's full of games. It's not necessarily about winning. It's about working together as a team, ensuring that your team is set up. If you're going to play baseball or basketball, okay, and it would be advantageous to have the tallest person in the front. Well, we're talking about how do you get to that? How do you look at the game? How do you get that tallest person doing it in? And if you haven't got anybody tall, can somebody stand on somebody's shoulders to get the ball in the net? So it's looking at it in a different way. It's not all about winning. It's not all about those who are physically the fittest playing. It's not about a gender differentiation. If we're playing football, let's have boys, girls, 4-year-olds, 40-year-olds, all sorts of people playing it, and it's fun. And that's more about it. It's not about getting a trophy at the end of it. It's about learning to work together and how to, and then that leads on to different things. It leads on to cooperative education, you know, where you've got young people teaching older people and things like that, and teaching their own peers. It leads on to lots and lots of the cooperative working communities that raise money, that you know, if as you get older you want to, I don't know, you want to build something.
Like family literacy.
Absolutely. You want to do something like that, then you look, instead of looking for the fittest, you've got to look a bit harder and think how you're going to work this out.
The children, are you working with multicultural people or children?
What's really important to the Woodcraft folk is that we represent the community that we work in. So if we live in a multicultural community, then we try and have a multicultural group running in that area. What I do find quite difficult, and I know I've spoken to colleagues across Europe in this way, is you need the volunteers to run it. You know, if we have black children in our community and need a black leader, it makes it more comfortable. If I want